Days of Our Lives spoilers. Nicole and Kristen's rivalry raid nights. What does it mean for stolen baby Jude's story? Days of Our Lives recap. Tuesday, April 2. Everett's stunning question for mom under hypnosis. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal that Kristen DiMera will wrinkle Nicole DiMera during the week of April 8 to 12. Once Kristen gets updates on Holly Jonah's conduct, she'll lash out at the lying teen for causing so numerous problems. Days of Our Lives suckers may recall that Kristen formerly stole Theresa Donovan's embryo and gave birth to Tate Black aka Christopher DiMera, so she still has a certain fondness for him. Of course, Tate also happens to be Rachel Black's cherished big family and Brady Black's son. Kristen wouldn't be happy about everything Tate has been through, especially since it affected both Rachel and Brady. Once Kristen puts Holly on full blast, Days spoilers say Nicole rushed to her son's defense. Nicole easily isn't pleased with Holly's jest either, but that doesn't mean she'll let Kristen rebuke her. After all, Days observers know Kristen has done so much worse, including the time she wore a mask and took over Nicole's life as a pretender. It's easy to imagine Nicole and Kristen rehashing some of their messy history once this contest raid nights. Considering everything that's going on with Sloane Peterson, Brady, and the stolen baby saga, maybe Kristen and Nicole's hostility will come a factor. With Nicole and Kristen at odds again, it could make Kristen less inclined to come clean if she discovers Sloane is raising Nicole's little boy. That's especially true if Sloane admits Jude Brady's real maternity and confirms to Kristen that he isn't indeed E.J. DiMera's natural child. This sprat isn't a DiMera, so Kristen may see no reason to unmask the sap if she becomes privy to Sloane and Melinda Trask's scheme. Kristen might indeed be impressed, though she could still hang on to that word for a stormy day in case she needs it. Nethermost line, there's presumably a reason why Days is suddenly about to protest off another round of Nicole and Kristen's contest. Could it have commodity to do with the stolen Jude secret? Will Kristen discover that shocking news and keep her mouth shut for vengeance on Nicole? Days of Our Lives spoilers say Kristen and Nicole's feud could soar to new heights sooner or laterly, so we'll bring you more prognostications on all the drama. Days of Our Lives recap. Tuesday, April 2. Everett's stunning question for mom under hypnosis. Days of Our Lives spoilers recap for Tuesday, April 2 reveals that Chad DiMera visited Abigail DiMera's grave with Easter flowers and offered news about the kitty's egg quest at the Kyriakis Manse. Chad criticized himself for the Horton house fire and for Clyde Weston's escape, but he apologized to Abigail and promised that he was going to make it right. Meanwhile, Stephanie Johnson joined Julie Williams at the Horton house, which was coming right along on emendations. Julie demanded Stephanie's help with decorating opinions and hoped it might distract Stephanie from everything that was passing with Everett Lynch aka Bobby Stein. Stephanie admitted effects had been tough since Jada Hunter criticized her for not seeing the warning signs regarding Everett's infidelity. Although Stephanie questioned whether she should be sympathetic to Everett, Julie claimed Stephanie should just worry about herself right now and lean on her favored bones for support. Chad intruded to check out the kitty's refashioned bedrooms and gave Julie his seal of blessing. While Julie was off grabbing some snacks from the cooler, Chad talked to Stephanie about his visit to Abigail's grave and how he held himself responsible for pushing Clyde too far. Stephanie assured Chad that he wasn't at fault for the conduct of the monster and gave him the same advice Julie gave her about leaning on his favored bones for support. After Stephanie took off to deal with a new customer, Julie gave Chad a vim talk and hugged him as he broke down in gashes over missing Abigail so much. In Marlena Evans' office on Tuesday's Days occasion, Everett showed up for his hypnotism session and bothered this was a mistake. Although Everett stressed the recollections he might recover, Marlena induced him that he'd be in a safe space and that she'd be there with him the whole time. Once Marlena put Everett under, he recalled a casino with a near sluice. Everett said his mama, Helen, was there smiling in an apron with flour on her hands. Everett sounded pleased over the memory, so Marlena wondered if there was anything he'd like to ask his mama while he was there. "Why'd you do it, Mom?" Everett asked as his face twisted into a mouth. Effects got worse after Everett got lost in the darkness and saw devious Bobby staring inside his own mind. Although Marlena kept trying to tell Everett that he was safe, he claimed he wasn't. Marlena eventually snapped Everett out of it, but Everett acted like his memory was fuzzy and that couldn't get important of anything beyond the darkness. Once Everett left in a hurry on Tuesday's Days of Our Lives show, Marlena sounded concerned. At the cantina subsequently, Stephanie spotted Everett and accepted his assignation to join him at a table. Everett was drinking and sounded shaken up, so he offered updates on seeing commodity during his hypnotism session that spooked the hell out of him. In bed at Ava Vitali's place on Tuesday's Day's occasion, she canoodled with Harris Michaels and didn't want to hear about him replying the Clyde disquisition yet. Ava easily wanted to stay in her perfect bubble with Harris a little longer. Since Harris was empty, Ava whipped him up some French toast and suggested a private regale at the bistro latterly. Harris liked the sound of that, so he continued flirting and kissing Ava. At Sweet Bits on Tuesday's Day's occasion, Channel Dimara got a big order just before she was supposed to pack up and go home with Johnny Dimara. Johnny induced Channel to let him help, but he eventually detracted her with hand-touching and neck-kissing. Channel eventually decided they should hook up on the flour sacks in the stockroom, which wouldn't be a health law violation if they threw them out subsequently. Johnny liked the idea and headed out to the reverse with Channel moments latterly. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Channel and Johnny have some unwelcome surprises in their future, so we'll pass along prognostications on all the disastrous events ahead. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.